And today we're going to talk about our Northwest Classic Game Enthusiasts Swap Meet pickups.
Or sometimes 3 times fast?
No, I can't say that 3 times. Sometimes called the PRGE Swap Meet.
Yeah.
It was held this past weekend in Portland. It's a swap meet where basically vendors and buyers get together.
There was like, I think I read it was like 50 vendors and like 600 people came.
Wow.
Yeah. It seemed bigger than last year. This is only the second year.
Yeah. So. It's all about buying and selling games. There's no, it's not like the big PRGE convention.
No.
So we had a pretty good year this year. Definitely tried to cut back, focus a little bit more on the stuff on my wish list, and a little less on stuff that just looked like a good deal. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
You want to start with that stuff first?
Free stuff.
Sort of free stuff. We'll start at the end of the day.
It was the end of the day, and we brought our kids again.
Yeah, we did.
But it was better this time.
Yeah, well, they're older.
They're older. They're each a year older. So
we saw a lot more people with children. Maybe I was paying
people.
more attention this year.
Yeah. So but it was good. It was good. So anyway, so there was this Tandy Championship Football. We haven't tried it yet.
No.
I guess we should have tried it.
Yeah.
I can't get the back off though, so we'll have to
pry it
see.
off with a screwdriver.
It probably doesn't.
Who knows if it works? The guy was giving them away.
Yeah. And then Pokemon, the official Pokemon strategy guide. Heck,
for what is it for though? I don't know what game that's for.
Pokemon Ranger Shadows of
I have no idea what that is.
Elmia. Yeah, we don't have it.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Nintendo DS.
It said Pokemon. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It said Pokemon, so we grabbed it.
Why not?
Whatever. All right, so those are free. All right. So then we'll just kind of go through this in, I've got the games in sort of not in the order that we picked them up, just the order I like to do things. But as always, I will start with the manuals. And this year, it was really, really weak on the manuals. I guess I was feeling a little tired or something, didn't feel like flipping through all of them. But I ended up getting 2 manuals for games, neither one of which I own.
Oh, no.
This is Mario Brothers for the NES. It's in a little plastic sleeve, which I like because it makes it look all crisp. Who knows? I didn't even open it. Maybe there's writing in there.
That's why it's also this much money.
Yeah, I didn't care. I've never seen that manual before, so I grabbed it. And then Mortal Kombat for the Super Nintendo. I have this game for the Genesis, but I'm kind of curious what the Super Nintendo version was like with the censorship or editing. That's not the right word. The cleaning up that Nintendo did to make it more kid-friendly. So I've always been curious about getting the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat. So I grabbed the manual since I saw it there. And then I also grabbed, again, didn't feel like flipping through a lot of Nintendo Powers, and I'm willing to pay about $1 for them because I don't have any nostalgia for Nintendo Power, but it seemed like something neat to have. So I grabbed 5 issues of Nintendo Power that somehow made their way from Minneapolis to here. One problem with these is they might be missing the trading cards. Some of the ones I have these cards in them. These ones don't. I don't know if it's because it's too early or not. But anyway, this is issue number 21, Star Tropics. So I kind of grabbed the issues that were less than 100. The issue numbers were less than 100. And this is 24, Vice Project Doom. And this one is 76, 78. I don't know what it is. Looks like some Mortal Kombat 3. And this one is 86, I think. I don't know. Looks like we're in the Super Nintendo 64 era at this point. And then finally I grabbed this one. This was the first one I saw because it had the Game Boy Advance on it. And it looked like it said Game Boy Advance arrives. Well, it turns out this is like April of 2000 or 2001. I forget which year it came out. 2000? 2001, and it just came out in Japan. So anyway, grab those 5 Nintendo Powers to add to the collection. All right, so let's talk about the games. I'll go through. So the sad part I reflected on later is I didn't get any Atari or Intellivision, ColecoVision, or TurboGrafx, anything like that. Completely missing those systems. In fact, the number of systems represented was probably the smallest it's ever been for me. It turns out that I ended up focusing on PlayStation, Xbox, Genesis, and NES. But anyway, let's start with PlayStation. First PlayStation game alphabetically was Alundra 2. I saw several copies of this, and finally we were at a place, and the guy said he was asking about a little more than twice what I ended up paying for it. And I said, well, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to pay this much. And then he cut the price down less than half. And he said, well, for this price you want it. And I said, you're right. I do want it for that price. So I ended up grabbing a Lundra too. It's in I don't know if it's supposed to have a map or not, and it's got the nub here, which suggests this is a replacement case. But anyway, whoops. And of course it spilled all over. So
boy.
I'll have to replace the case. Anyway, a Lundra 2. Very good price for that one. What, do you want to take it?
No.
And then this one I saw in a couple of places too. This was also on my list. Jammer Lammy. This is the sequel to Parappa the Rapper, which I do not have. And this also, I think it was the same place as a London.
Yeah,
so that was cool. That was cool. And then moving on to PlayStation 2, I got Gran Turismo 4. I've been looking for this game for a while just because I have 1, 2, 3, and 5. I don't have 6 or 4, but I grabbed 4. The price was pretty good and it was in good shape, so I grabbed that. Another one I've been looking for a while, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. I have this for the PlayStation Portable, which was the original system it came out for. But I kind of want it. I'm unlikely to play it if it's on the PSP. I'm more likely to play it on the PS2. So I think this was half off. So and it was in great shape. Still looking for Vice City Stories for the PlayStation 2. But happy to get that. All right, another one, Mobile Light Force 2. I should have looked this up before I commented on it. I looked this up a while ago. This is actually a game in a series of shooters, and I can't remember the series. So I'm going to just throw it out there. I think it might be the Castle of Shikigami series. I'm not sure. But I remember looking up that series and finding that when it was ported to the United States, they renamed it this goofy name and they put this goofy cover art on it. But it's actually supposed to be, it's actually an overhead shooter.
It looks like Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie's Angels. But was actually really happy to get that. I had been looking for this for a while, and when I saw it, the case is cracked. When I saw it, I went and grabbed it. So hopefully it's as good a shooter as I think. Let me just check the back end. Yeah, hopefully it's as good a shooter as I think. Nightshade. This is the semi-sequel to Shinobi for the PlayStation 2, and as such, because it's by Sega and it's a Shinobi game, I decided I added it to my list, and this is the first time I'd ever seen it out at one of these, at least I've seen it out at one of these expos, so, and it's in good shape, so I grabbed that too. R, Racing Evolution. This is in the Ridge Racer series, and I've been buying Ridge Racer games, and it was $1. So, happy to add that to the collection. And then finally, Silent Hill 3 for the PlayStation 2. I have 1, 2, and 4. Been waiting to get 3. Bundled this with some other games. So yeah, completed the Silent Hill for the PlayStation 2. Now I'll just have to get the ones for the Xbox. Alright, we'll see. Okay, so that's it for PlayStation. Oh, one more. A couple months ago I tried to get this at GameStop and I ended up returning it because I didn't like the condition it was in. And I saw this was used, but the price was really good. You know, it was less, I think it was half or less than half of what it would have been new. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And they actually had Phantasy Star Portable 2 there, which is a lot harder to come by, a lot more expensive. I didn't get it. I'm not regretting that, but probably maybe should have thought about getting that one. But I just wanted to get one of the Phantasy Star games for the PSP. Okay, moving on to Xbox. Dino Crisis 3. I have Dino Crisis 1 and 2 for the PlayStation. This is exclusive to the Xbox. It's not supposed to be that good a game, but because I have the series, I grabbed the third one. Otogi, Myth of Demons, another Xbox game. Didn't see the sequel, there's 2 of them, so I'll add that to the list. This was not on the list, but it's one that I've had my eye on for 15 years or 14 years.
How come it wasn't on the list then?
I probably trimmed it because it was sort of maybe near the bottom of the things I wanted to get, but when I saw it, in the condition it was in, I grabbed it. Okay, and these were all $1. And you'll have to believe me when I say I grabbed these. 3 of them I grabbed for your brother.
My brother.
Because they were $1 each, and he just got a 360 a year ago. Gears of War for $1, that's a no-brainer. Halo 3 for $1, also no-brainer. I have these games already, but he doesn't, so these are gifts for him. And then we just got, like GameStop has been selling Kinect sensors for the 360 for like $20, and so he grabbed one.
Yeah.
And he mostly uses it for the voice.
Yeah.
But this is actually a good Kinect game. We have this already, but I bought it for him also. Dance Central. If you're going to have a Connect, you really should have this game.
It was good.
With it. And then I grabbed another one for me just to have an extra purple case for Connect games that I get because the case is in great shape.
Yeah.
So I will use it as a spare Connect case for used Connect games I get that are in no good. So that is it for the non-Sega, non-Nintendo. And as I mentioned before, there were no Atari or anything like that.
Boy, we really trimmed it down this year because last year we had 2 videos.
Yeah, we're only going to do one video. We spent less than half of what we spent last year.
Yeah, because we had to break it out.
So yeah, we're doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're going through the whole thing. All right, Genesis. Genesis does. Desert Strike. Genesis does Desert Strike. It was cheap. I thought I might collect the Strike games, and it was complete.
Oh, this one.
You want to do that one?
Yeah. So we got F-22 Interceptor. Now, as some of you may remember in the PRGE video, I got this
from
game
2013.
From 2013. Yeah. Sorry, I got this game for free at the panel for Retro Liberty.
Retro Liberty and Nest Complex and Arcade Impossible. They were giving away games.
So we saw this, and it was dirt cheap. And
it was dirt cheap.
You were like, "Oh, should we get this?" And I was like, "I don't know, just for the case and manual, even though it's actually in good shape." And the guy, it was the same guy who gave it, where you got Alundra.
Alundra too, yeah.
And he said, I don't know.
Give me $1 for the case and the manual.
And then
I said, well, I'll give you the $2 for the whole thing because the cartridge is in really good shape too. So we'll swap it out. So the only reason I have this is because we were giving it to free, so I bought a better copy. I have no interest in this game, but I wanted a better copy.
Upgrade.
We did a label upgrade, and it didn't actually cost us $2 because I bundled it with some stuff.
Yeah, because we bundled it and
knocked the price down anyway.
So yeah. Oh, and this one you should.
And this one was a gift from Dr. Nintendo. I told him that I was collecting some Madden games, and he picked this one up for me. And it was it doesn't have the manual, which is okay because I already had that, but it does have the I'm pointing to where they would be, except I put them away already. The playbooks or the posters. So I already put them. I have the game. I was missing the posters, so I got another one of these. So thank you, Dr. Nintendo. That will add to my Madden collection for the Genesis. Okay, let's do NES games.
Yeah.
So normally I come out of there like a half a dozen or more NES games. This year I only got 4. The first one alphabetically is Afterburner. This knocks 2 things off my checklist. One, it's the 10 Gen games. And 2, it's an Afterburner game, which I also collect. So label's getting a little bit of that grease sticker, that see-through stuff that comes on after many years. A lot of Atari cartridges suffer from it, but I didn't care. This is it's Afterburner for the NES. Looking forward to trying this out. Between you and me and the walls here, I don't think it's going to hold a candle to my Sega Master System version, but we'll see. Trying to get the 10 Gen, especially the Sega ported games to the NES for comparisons purposes. Next game I got alphabetically for the NES is Bomberman. I was really glad to see this sitting there. I don't have very many Bombermans. The first game I got was for the Dreamcast.
I remember that one.
I always wanted to, I like to see where games originate. And this one, the label's in really great shape. So Bomberman for the NES, was happy to get that. And then finally, Ghostbusters. This isn't the price I paid. This isn't even the price the guy had it marked for.
No.
I've been looking for the different Ghostbusters variants and haven't wanted to pick up the NES because the price was not right. But
no, it's part of the deal. So.
This was part of the deal, and it was already a pretty good price. So I grabbed Ghostbusters for the NES. Okay, so now my favorite 2 pickups. Let's do this one first. So my very first pickup of the day, trying to concentrate on that wish list and long-term goals. I finally got Clockwork Knight for the Sega Saturn. This is a game I've had my eye on for as long as I've had a Saturn, so roughly 15 years now. And then the Sega Channel recently did, within the last 4 or 5 months, did a feature on this game. But I've wanted this game for a while. So I was glad to finally pick that up. I'm a little concerned. It's a little bit scratched. Hopefully, and I had the guy knock a little bit off the price for that. But I've got a replacement case, so this isn't an issue. And we'll see. We'll see how well the game plays. Worst case, I have the case, a case and manual in good, the insert in the manual in good shape, and I'll try to buy the game loose. And then finally, I think this was the last purchase I made. And in fact, this last bundle, it included this game, Bomberman, and Silent Hill 3, represented 40% of everything I spent. These 3 games were like almost half of what I spent total. So yeah, it's okay because all 3 of them are things that I really except Bomberman. Okay, but these Silent Hill and this game are things that I really wanted, and that is Dragon Warrior 2. And the reason this one was so a little bit more expensive was because it came with the it came with one of the maps. As I understand it, there might be 2, and it came with the manual in really good shape. So. I went ahead and knocked out. I've been looking for Dragon Warrior 2 for a while. I thought maybe I'd get it complete. I'm not sure I really care about the boxes too much, but really excited to have all 4 Dragon Warriors for the NES. So, and this one's in great shape. Hopefully the battery works. If it doesn't, I'm competent enough with a soldering iron that I should be able to replace it. Okay, so that is it. That was our Northwest Classic Game Enthusiasts, or PRGE swap meet for 2015. And this may actually also represent our entire January, month of January.
We haven't bought anything
because
yet.
I haven't bought anything else the entire month of January.
We bought the 1 download.
I bought 1 download. We'll give it away now because I really don't think we're going to do a January pickup. And that is, I did buy Rocket Knight. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight for the Wii U. They had it on sale the first week of January for $10.
Everyone else was doing it, so.
Yeah, well, everyone else had already bought it, so I finally went ahead and bought it. I played the first level or 2, and then we kind of got into Captain Toad, so I haven't really played it much. But that may represent all of our January pickups. In fact, there's only a few days left in January, and I don't know if I'm going to get anything else. If I do, we'll roll it into February.
Yeah, because it's still close anyway.
So the next big thing coming up is the Cowlitz Gamers for Kids, which we'll do a quick plug for. I think we're gonna try to attend that. This is a swap meet in support of the Children's Justice and Advocacy Center in Kelso, Washington. So I think the proceeds of this sale go to that organization. So I went for the first time last year. That's where I got the Spot. Spot goes to Hollywood 32X.
Yes.
I'm planning on going again. It'll probably just be me.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's about an hour and some away from where we live, drive, and Melissa will probably stay home with the kids.
Yeah.
But that's the next big swap meet, and that's in March. Let's see, what was the date?
28th.
I'll put some details of this in the description. So yeah, pretty good haul. Focused a little bit more on the stuff that we wanted. I think with the exception, there were only 4 games that weren't on the list, but the rest of them were. So yeah, so that's it. That's it for the Northwest Classic Game Enthusiast Swap Meet of 2015.
If you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.